Yeah, why is that? Construction is booming everywhere. The industry can't keep up with the demands. The way the world is now, all of civilization is just burning down. People don't want to go outside. They want to fix up their homes. They want to turn them into fortresses. Yeah, people are moving out of the city, I guess. Funny how that's happening. It's the fourth turning. Big pardon? Historical events, they don't just happen. They're set into motion by great men, generational personae. And each one of these unleashes a turning that lasts about 20 years, more or less. And every four turnings is a seculum, the length of a human life. And at the end of each, there's a crisis. In this country, the crisis is always war. Revolution, 80 years later, Civil War. 80 years later, World War II. And that's coming up on 80 years now, so. Something's about to happen.
If you've been watching our channel for any length of time, I have been reporting on this probably about at least a year, because time goes by so fast. But we have been telling you that NATO and the United States has been preparing to attack Russia with a first strike. Now, this has been going on since the war in Ukraine has started. And we told you this, and we gave you the information, we gave you all the facts. We documented that information that the United States has assembled a massive force in the European theater, in Poland, in Romania, in the Baltic states, in Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. All of these forces have been assembled, about 100,000 or more American U.S. soldiers on the ground. Logistics are there. We have been putting a massive amount of tanks, infantry, fighting vehicles. We have been putting all kind of military hardware into Europe, flooding Europe, getting ready for the day that I believe that is coming up very quickly, that we will launch an attack on Russia and Russian troops in Ukraine, a massive attack. And this war in Israel right now, I believe is a cover. I believe that this war in Israel is a cover for the attack on Russia, because if you look at the map, of the Mediterranean, of Israel, all of these countries, the Mediterranean is not very far from the European theater with Ukraine and Russia right now. So those 3 and 4 aircraft carriers that are assembled in the region, actually, the United States of America has 4 aircraft carriers. We have USS Gerald R. Ford. We have the USS Roosevelt. We have 2 Marine aircraft carriers. These are smaller. These are helicopter aircraft carriers. But all together, we have at least 4. France has sent 1 aircraft carrier. Italy has sent 1 aircraft carrier. And the United Kingdom has sent 1 aircraft carrier. So altogether, there are 7 aircraft carriers in the Mediterranean, in the Persian Gulf, in the Red Sea, all ready, supposedly, to confront Iran. Well, not only Iran, but Russia. So we have assembled a massive amount of firepower in the Mediterranean, in the Red Sea, in the Persian Gulf, all the areas around that section. Also, Israel has sent out their 6 nuclear Dolphin submarines armed with nuclear missiles, some of them off the coast of Iran right now. We have assembled the largest naval force since World War II in that area. Do you know what I just said, folks? We have assembled over 71 warships. Probably it's getting close to 100 right now of NATO and U.S. warships that has been put into that area. And they say it's for Hezbollah, folks. We don't need that much firepower to bomb Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. these are what these forces are assembled. Plus, we have moved hundreds of new fighter jets, A-10 Warthogs, F-35s, F-22s, F-15s, F-16s, F-18s. Pretty much all of our Air Force has been assembled in the Middle East. In all of these bases, we have I think it's B-17 bombers. I'm sorry, B-1 Lancet bombers. B-1 Lancet bombers have landed in Turkey about a week ago and are loaded with nuclear missiles. So when this finally kicks off, I believe it will involve Iran. It will involve Iran's proxies, Hezbollah. It will involve Russia, because there are a lot of scores to be settled in the world. We have assembled this force to basically take out Russia, Iran, and all of their proxies at one time. Folks, the United States of America needs a war. We need a world war, and I'm gonna tell you why. So let me get this article on the screen. The United States is bankrupt. Do you know that? Let me get this article up on the screen. We're going to break this down for you today, and we want to show you why the United States needs a world war more than anything. We need this war to bail us out. So let me get this on the screen. If you do appreciate our broadcast, please consider supporting our channel, folks. Every little bit helps. It really does. And I just left a link for you guys. If you appreciate our channel, want to support us. But so many things are happening, but the United States is bankrupt. Do you know that our country is bankrupt? Folks, we don't have enough money coming in to the United States Treasury to pay our bills. That is why the United States government every few months has to increase the debt limit. That's like you having a credit card. Let's say you've got a Bank of America credit card and your credit limit is $5,000 and you've already maxed that out. So you keep increasing your own credit limit to $10,000, to $15,000, to $20,000. You keep charging and charging and charging and charging, and those bills keep coming in, and you are barely able to pay the interest on that credit card, but you keep spending money anyway. Every month you spend more and more and more and more money, and you're racking your credit card debt up to $40,000, $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, and eventually you will not be able to even pay the interest on the debt that you owe. This is the same thing that the United States of America is facing right now. Folks, we can hardly pay the interest debt on $33 trillion that we owe. We borrow this money. Our Congress and our Senate and our people in Washington, D.C. are out of control, and this is Democrats and Republicans, folks. They don't know how to say no. They don't know how to say, enough's enough. We gotta quit spending. All they know how to do is spend more of your taxpayer money, getting us deeper into debt, until the only thing that can pull us out of this debt is a world war, a total mobilization of the United States of America to go to war with Russia, China, all of these countries. We need a world war, folks, just like in World War II. So let me go ahead and read you this information. And by the way, the Republicans got their butts whipped a few days ago in the election, folks. There was a lot of Republicans who were supposed to have a new red wave. Well, folks, they got whooped by the Democrats. So it really doesn't matter who is running the government, the Republicans or the Democrats. They are continuing to spend out of control. This is out of control. There's no way that we can pay this back, folks. There's no way. This is just the debt, the interest on the debt. This doesn't include the monthly expenditures for Medicare, Social Security, government debt is about $1 trillion. So let's go ahead and read this article, and I want to show you folks that this is not good. This is not good, to say the least. Interest on U.S. debt skyrockets above $1 trillion for the first time. Back in July, when we had just looked at the unprecedented horror show that is the